breathtaking.
There have been plenty of amazing E3 reveals over the years, and I bet you've forgotten about a fair few of them. So let's relive the 10 best reveals from E3. Yes, this was the year that Nintendo revealed The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. With a shift towards a more realistic look, during the showcase Nintendo showed off various locales, with Link on horseback taking swings at foes with his signature sword and shield. Of course, it was all topped off with the appearance of Miyamoto wielding the very same sword and shield, to the delight of audiences everywhere. During the 2019 showcase, Tango Gameworks debuted its latest game, Ghostwire Tokyo, for the first time. Ghostwire Tokyo's former creative director Ikumi Nakamura took to the stage to give us our first proper glimpse of the spooky new game. Nakamura completely stole the show with her on-stage presence and charmed everyone watching by overcoming her obvious nerves with a lot of enthusiasm. With the mention of conspiracies, the occult, and a mystery at the heart of Ghostwire Tokyo, the presentation certainly had us all really intrigued about the latest project, which eventually was released in March 2022. There was already an overwhelming level of excitement surrounding CyberPunk, but that only intensified thanks to the 2019 showcase. A cinematic sequence gave us another look at Night City, and after a system reboot appeared on screen, a very familiar face also appeared. Yes, we were first introduced to Johnny Silverhand, played by none other than Keanu Reeves. What better way to follow that reveal than by handing the stage over to the man himself? Reeves appeared from behind a smoke-filled entranceway to a very excited welcome from the audience. Speaking of his involvement in the game and then even finishing up by announcing the first release, Reeves became part of a now famous interaction with an audience member. It was all rather, well, breathtaking.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
It's always exciting when two series cross over, and in 2017, Rabbids found themselves meeting with Nintendo's famous plumber with the reveal of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Ubisoft CEO and co-founder Yves Guillemot was joined by Shigeru Miyamoto, wielding life-size replicas of the weapons you can use in the game. While the showcase went on to show off the very beginning of Mario Rabbids, what happened moments prior is what really tugged at everybody's heartstrings. Miyamoto spoke of working with the creative director, David Soliani, who was shown in the audience shedding some tears during the overwhelming occasion. It was a really touching testament to how much it meant to Solani to be working on this game with Miyamoto, and served as a reminder that behind every game are people who really care about their projects. All the way back in 2006, Microsoft's Peter Moore went on stage to reveal what was then the latest installment of Grand Theft Auto in quite a memorable fashion. Moore began by alluding to the dedicated fanbase of the GTA series and said that what he was hinting at was so exciting that he had to take his jacket off. Of course, this turned out to be the precursor to the famous sleeve roll, saving the big guns for the big guns. And it was then that Moore lifted up his sleeve to reveal a tattoo of GTA 4 and announce its release on Xbox 360. Yes, it was certainly one unforgettable way of revealing an upcoming release. Bethesda put on quite a show with the first official reveal of Fallout 4. Game director Todd Howard took to the stage and began by showing off reams of concept art before introducing us to the opening of the game, complete with character creation, stats and more. In the lead up to this moment, the studio had been quiet for years on the next Fallout, and the showcase gave us an in-depth look in one fell swoop. Not only that, Howard went on to reveal the surprise launch of the mobile game Fallout Shelter before confirming to a cheering crowd that Fallout 4 would be releasing the same year as the announcement, November 2015. It certainly was a lot to take in, but the excitement of stepping back into the wastelands for a new adventure was undeniable, and the presentation certainly created all the hype we needed. Remember when Final Fantasy VII Remake was first revealed all the way back in 2015? What a memorable moment that was. As the cinematic trailer played out, it was impossible to hold back the excitement at the first sight of the signature weapons of the influential JRPG characters. With Barrett's gun first appearing, the sequence ended with Cloud and his iconic Buster Sword. It was the first confirmation that Cloud and co were officially returning in a shiny new remake of Final Fantasy VII. Despite the fact that we would end up having to hold out for a number of years to return to Midgar, the initial reveal delighted fans everywhere, and as it went on to prove, Final Fantasy VII Remake was certainly more than worth the wait. There's nothing quite like opening a game reveal with a live orchestra. During the PlayStation Showcase in 2016, the goosebump-inducing score led us to a curtain raise where we were first shown Atreus. When Kratos appeared on screen shortly after declaring, "I am hungry," the excitement was palpable. The God of War was officially back. As if the sequence and the music weren't enough already, we were then treated to gameplay footage of the reboot. Controlled live by game director Cory Barlog, we got to see plenty of axe throwing and a rather epic battle against the giant before an emotional scene played out between father and son. Oh, and it ended on quite the high. With the promise of a new beginning, the pair looked out across the realm of Midgard as a dragon flew across the sky. We still get chills just thinking about it. It's really hard to get across how much excitement there was back in the day about the prospect of a Halo sequel. Even after all this time, many people still think about the Halo 2 gameplay demo that Bungie debuted during E3 2003. It turned out to be an early version of certain levels of the game made just for the showcase, and much of what was shown didn't actually make it into the final game, with designs and aspects changed or altered. But there's no denying just how exciting and impressive that first showing was. The crowd went wild when Master Chief was shown dual wielding, a new feature that everybody just went nuts over, and using a portable machine gun to take down enemies. While it may not have been the final product we got to play exactly, it still lives on as one of the best E3 game reveals and one that remains in many Halo fan hearts. The reveal for Resident Evil 7 back in 2016 caught just about everybody by surprise. Not in the least because the gameplay shown in the build-up to the reveal of the title for Resident Evil 7 was unlike any game we'd seen in the series to date. For starters, it was shown from a first-person perspective, a shift away from the classic third-person view of Resident Evil games in the past. The footage took us through a dimly lit, decidedly creepy house, complete with rotten food, cockroaches and mannequins. After inspecting an old VHS tape, the screen transforms into several fuzzy images showing us parts of the game, until finally, the number 7 appears along with the reveal that what we just witnessed was in fact Resident Evil. It was the signature for a new type of Resident Evil game, and it completely blew everybody away. Anyway, these are our top 10 that we all decided in the office. What's your favourite ones? Let us know down below in the comments.